What's up guys, it's Darius, and today I want to discuss something very interesting in terms of the game mode Trials of Osiris for Destiny 2. Any of you who have played during the 3 years of Destiny 1 will know that Trials was not only very important to the game's in-game content, but it was also really what kept the game alive during its huge content droughts. It's what Twitch gravitated toward when raids and strikes just weren't cutting it anymore, and that's for a good reason. It's where the competitive scene was and still is. It's where you'll literally see the top 10% of players play. Besides that, it was a great challenge to see if you could win 9 games in a row. Despite there being buffs to help you get to that goal even faster, it was not an easy task. And let's not even get into matchmaking and connection issues adding on top of that. That's a whole different story. I've only gone to the Lighthouse twice in my entire Destiny career, and that just goes to show that I either suck or it's a really hard thing to do. Although I lean on the latter idea. Nonetheless, Trials remains an awesome experience that I recommend everyone try out even now, just to see how intense it can get and to see how far you'll go, and maybe even earn some loot that you don't own yet. So what's up with Trials for Destiny 2? Well, as was confirmed during the Destiny 2 gameplay reveal, Trials will return. However, more details will be shared on that at a later date, and it'll most likely be a 4v4. Due to Bungie confirming everything, Crucible across the board will be 4v4. But that's really it. However, there is something else we could most likely look at to get an indication of where Trials will be going in Destiny 2. Let's take a look. Prior to the Destiny 2 reveal, we basically got everything leaked by a Reddit user named Destiny Leaker. Thankfully, I did not come across this before the event because it would have been terribly anticlimactic for me. Link to the post down below, but like I said, the user got everything right. I mean, everything. From how weapons would change to how subclasses would work and look. It's pretty safe to say this somewhat anonymous source is very informed about Destiny 2 and its development. The one thing he got wrong was the fact that Trials of Osiris would be gone and that it would be back as Trials of the Nine. But he technically didn't get this wrong. He wasn't or hasn't been proven wrong because of the fact that Bungie hasn't even given details on Trials yet. And that's another point to make. Ever since Destiny 2's reveal, in any interview you look up that involves them talking about Trials, they never refer to it as Trials of Osiris. They just say Trials. This could be them trying to stay tight-lipped as usual because the title of it is going to change to Trials of the Nine. But let's get deeper down this hole. You could be asking, why would it change to Trials of the Nine? Well, that's also pretty simple to explain. If you didn't know, the first DLC pack coming this summer is actually going to revolve around Osiris, possibly hinting at the fact that we will finally meet the mysterious warlock. We also know that Trials of Osiris in Destiny 1 was meant for us to battle to get to the lighthouse, and this would show Osiris which guardians he could trust and count on for whatever he's planning for us to do. If we meet Osiris, well, there'd be no reason for us to compete anymore. We will most likely be enacting on the plan he's been brewing up and having us fight each other for the whole time, and finally be a part of it. It makes sense story-wise in Destiny 2 for us to not fight in the name of Osiris anymore. Now let's talk about why the Nine might be the focus. I think the main reason we'll be fighting in the name of the Nine, or for the Nine, in this Trials is the same reason we fought in the name of Osiris. They're a mysterious race of people that live on a moon of Jupiter that are extremely powerful. They've dealt with the Queen before and even were the reason for Crystallis' escape in the House of Wolves DLC. We also know they hold very valuable materials and loot that we personally want and receive from Xur every week from the Tower or the Reef, a social space populated by the Queen's race, the Woken. But that's really all we know about them. There's still so much more to learn about when it comes to their race of beings. I think the Trials of the Nine is a perfect way to earn gear and weapons as well as possible artifacts and cutscenes to help us learn about them. Or it could be possible setup for DLC just like Trials of Osiris has done for the past 3 years. One more thing I would like to mention is that apparently this purple looking crystal material that seems to have replaced legendary marks has been confirmed to be called Strange Dust. This is an important note to pay attention to considering what we exchange with Xur for loot were strange coins. It could mean that not only are strange coins being replaced, but we could also earn strange dust in the same ways we earned legendary marks by dismantling legendary armor, completing missions, bounties, etc. Again, it seems as though even this aspect of Destiny 2 is going to be focusing more on the Nine. It also seems as though Trials will see some changes not just in its gameplay mechanics and how we play, especially with game modes being 4v4 across the board and revives being executed through tokens which you only get 1 of per round, but we might be able to expect the story, lore, and intentions of Trials this time around to be completely different than ever before. That's if to say this leak from Destiny Leaker is true. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave your thoughts down below on whether or not you think this leaked info of where Trials could be headed is likely or not, and if you'd like it to go in that direction. If you did enjoy this video, a like is appreciated, as well as a sub and a click on the bell button so you don't miss any new Destiny 2 videos coming from me in the future. You can also follow me on Twitter for more conversations about Destiny 2 at Crystallis_King. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.